Ladies and gentlemen and pool fans around the world, yet again, here we are at the 2023 Derby City Classic. We are coming to you live from the ACCUSTATS Arena here at Caesars, Southern Indiana, and you just seen Mr. Lunda defeat Mr. Gorst, the defending champion, 3-0 in the last round. Mr. Gorst has now cashed in his buyback for the true final. Without further ado, here we go with our final match for the 2023 Derby City Classic 9-Ball Banks champion. First up to my left, coming to us from Detroit, Mr. Evan Lunda, once again. And all the way from Russia, no stranger here, and he's looking to keep his banner up in the rafters for another one. It's Mr. Fedor Gorst. All right, gentlemen, come back to the table. Lag. First break. It will be winner break option.
Okay, here we go. Race to 3 for the title. These look like a couple pretty good legs. Gorst pinned it.
Yeah, and you had mentioned it in the beginning of the last set. These two played. You know, the first thing to kick off for that all-around is this bank pool, and these are definitely two guys that are a serious threat for that all-around. You know, Fedor Gorst, of course, the defending all-around champion, and for a long time coming, he'll be one of the top 3 guys trying to get that. Yeah. But Evan Lunda's not far behind. Very, very skilled player, obviously, in banks, one pocket, and some may just not realize how great a 9-ball he plays as well.
They're so well-rounded as performers. They figure to, be a threat in any tournament they play.
Yeah, and young and still looking for those big wins, still looking to improve, that guy, Evan Lunda. Fedor kind of proves that that's just how he works. Did he make a ball in the last set? I don't know if
he did in the first game, yeah.
Okay. I know it was few and far between.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing for a little bit, and I remembered. Yeah, of course.
Okay, so very off angle with a few to start. I wouldn't doubt he takes on the 2 instead. He's going to look around, but he's very, very good at the long rail banks. And these both are very tricky cross sides, I think. And the 2, it doesn't really surrender as much as it looks like, because you'll stun forward to the end rail. So looking to be aggressive. Cue ball should track towards the 8 a couple rails. Oh, split the center.
Pretty shot. Pretty shot.
Well, just like his 9-ball, and probably why he banks so well, he commits. I mean, no matter what, he gets through the ball.
Twice in the last set, he got a little quick, and he wasn't committed, though.
Yeah, true that.
But, yeah, it's a rarity when he's not. Good job there.
Yeah, to open, he's already secured more banks than he made in the entire match.
Yeah, just
or
about.
Entire set to open the finals.
And play the 4-ball straight back. I have to snug this one up a little bit, maybe a hint at inside spin.
Yeah, and like 1/8 of a tip, really the flat ball, right, is the one you really want to use as much as possible. No top or bottom. Oh, he decided to draw it. So that's more of a strike on the ball, meaning like he hit the 4 super accurate.
Yeah.
He didn't really try to stiff it much. Really good.
Does the 3 go? Can't tell from here. It looks like it might be too much.
It does stiff. I mean, I think technically you could say if the cue ball was out in the center of the table on the same line, you would like the shot. But from here, I think it's the 2. Because his stroke's so pure, he can follow all the way back down table with the 2-ball and not really overhit it too much. Oh, wow, he missed that one by some piece. And he better hope the 2-ball. Oh, wow, that's a nice roll. That's what we saw the other way in the last match a couple times when Evan did surrender what looked like a little bit of a shot. The balls didn't agree.
Quickly 3-0. Boy, I haven't made some shots in these last two sets, though. That back cut bank, that two railed up and down. Remember that? That was
I like what he did here.
stunning.
He kind of slowed himself down getting at a shot that he's going to be aggressive. And he was trying to come back in for shape, I think, actually.
Quality effort, however.
Okay, playing for two. Probably the 3 and the 2 ball. May get on something that banks by the 9, but if you can play the 3, then the 2, that would be probably what you want.
Do not sacrifice accuracy on this bank for position.
Absolutely right.
Get this ball down no matter what.
Especially because he hasn't won a game in this, so far. So getting to where he needs one.
Yeah.
Okay, the 3 banks cross the corner. He may go 3 in the corner here, but I doubt it.
Because that pocket's kind of protected, I wouldn't mind, him doing something with the 2 ball here, whether it be safety or try to bank it 2 rails.
2 rails is nice, actually, I think. That's one of those free shots you want to look at sometimes.
Right.
Now the 2 banks cross side, maybe it's close. It must be dead froze.
I think it is. Yeah, that was. So then, the only place you can really play it is if you have a super thin cross side
Right.
or you cross corner. And I was thinking if Evan opened that up for himself in case he did get a bank to score, because the cross corner with that 9 protecting the pocket was going to be tough forever.
Well, I kind of think your bank was just as makeable as that cross corner as well with the 9 there. So your 2-railer, I mean.
Yeah.
All right, he got that one to hold nicely. Is it enough? It is.
Ooh, just
Really nice cue ball. Now this is close to 3 in the corner. Like really nice, but the problem is to hit it really how you want to go with a high ball.
Yep.
And if you hit it a hair off, you just got to make sure, which he doesn't really hit the ball off too much, so he doesn't have to worry about it as much as others. But
You can also go 2 in the side here.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. A little better cue ball without any worry of a scratch. Because if you hit this and you go through it and you're a little off, now he's going to stun down to make sure he doesn't. Yeah, see how he stunned? Making sure he never got near that corner.
Nice hit. Yeah, that's quality effort there.
And you can see the cue ball tracking down that rail, so high ball was a little risky.
Now, this might be that bank that Evan played before.
Twice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hit it so nice, and you'd say, well, Mark, he's just going for one. That he's going to leave Fedor down there by the clutter, but
the score, though,
all right.
Okay. I was going to say a guy we're going to miss for a long time who probably is better at that shot than anyone, Larry Neville, that double bank on the long rail. What a talented player he was, huh?
Yeah, I've never seen anyone else do what I've seen him do.
Yeah, his stroke.
I've been around it a long time.
Yeah, pretty incredible. And really had a great brain for the game as well. Just a matter sometimes, like all of us, our brain gets in the way.
Yeah, he could get hot-headed, no doubt about it.
Yeah. But really, like
talent.
during bonus ball, and if you ever really watch him get into one pocket, like he knew the games. It wasn't just pure raw talent and strength and power and everything else he had. He had an incredible touch for such a big stroke. So, all right, watch out for the 6. It's kind of, if you miss hit a little bit, you don't get enough on the cue ball. Oh, what a sweet stroke.
Man. You're not kidding.
Well, look how good he hit it with the cue ball as well.
Yeah, he hit it so good. Now it's hard to do anything.
Yeah, that's Jersey Red would say. If it ain't froze, go ahead and freeze it. I think he's got to go here with the 7, maybe. I think he lays underneath the 2 and the 4 with the cue ball if he hits it how he wants.
A little double kiss action too, though, in there.
Oh, he went cross corner. Wow, what a
That's
good hit, though.
Yeah.
Maybe see another cross corner here, and one that, again, Fedor doesn't miss this very often.
He's for sure going to put a good hit on it.
And again, understand that this you don't have to roll to clog the pocket. Normally you hit it good enough to clog the pocket by bobbling, right? You can be a little more aggressive trying to end this game. Yeah, really good hit. Oof. So he's going to cut on the 9, I think, trying to get balls in play. That'll be covered up by the 4 and the 2 coming onto the spot. You can go rail first on the 9 as well. Just kind of hit it nice around the table. That's a real nice hit. Seven is somewhat out of play, so this is this is where you'd leave it where it's at and chop on the 9 it would be, right?
Yes.
You just got to understand, when you cut on the 9, you know, you may open up a long railer because you're going to cut the 9 into the 7 a little bit. So just try and play your best speed on the cue ball, knowing that Evan might go for something here that, you know, is a little dangerous. But like here, for instance, if he doesn't play the cue ball so nice, maybe Evan gets to bank at the 9 and try and steal the game, right? So what I'm getting at, Mark, is you can worry too much sometimes about things and then not play the cue ball so well.
And no matter what, at some point you got to be a shooter.
Absolutely. I was going to say, he's shooting a 4-railer? Guess he feels real good about a high ball just coming straight back down the table.
Oh, that 9 emboldens you because you cannot lose on.
I was going to say, this is the one that might get a kiss, though, because they're going to be close as they pass right there.
Boy, I think he was tracking on there with a little bit more pace.
Yeah. So he'll try to corner hook him here with the score at 4-1 in this game. I think he'll go forward. Now he's going to draw back. He's going to play more of putting him on the rail. I was going to say, I mean, most of the guys take a chance when they're that close to the object ball to try and corner hook.
It looked like he got it, too.
Yeah, the 4 is a ways out there, though. You got to really get it on the rail to cover the 4 out. It's close.
I don't know if he can. Yeah, he can't. He'll take a foul.
Yeah, which is exactly what Evan wanted. Even though Evan's got to take a foul back, no big deal, but taking your opponent off 2. So now if you're Evan, you roll out to the middle of the end rail. Because I believe Banks is 3 fouls has lost the game as well. I don't know over that for sure if they're playing that, but yeah, the middle of the end rail is where you want to roll out to. You can do this as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're playing 3 fouls, I don't know how they're playing.
One intentional foul on both players.
This is probably what I would have done if I was Fedor to begin with. That way, Evan has to shoot away on that first one, and I'm not going backwards 2 balls. Now, Fedor only has 2, you know what I mean? So with the lead, open the cue ball up and make him come with a shot from down here if he wants to try and score. Otherwise, he can't corner hook me again from here. Or he could, I guess, but he's got to be one bad hombre, right?
Yeah, you got to have some courage to shoot that.
Jack Cooney used to know a shot where he'd shoot it in there hard, and it would bobble and go back on that upper point. It was amazing. Now, the table had to be kind of sticky and tight.
You got to have worn cloth for that.
Exactly. But Evan's still got to like the exchange overall.
He's off 4. When your opponent is on 4, got him down to 2.
Now, this is something he would normally look at playing one pocket, but maybe not 9 ball so much. If you're in a real sticky situation, he could 2-rail kick around the 4 at the 1 and 6 and let the cue ball glide up the table that way. It's a 1-pocket shot, but wow. Did all that to give up the cue ball here?
Didn't get hurt as bad as he could have.
No, this ball's going to spot, and he's only going to really give up the 9, maybe a little shot on the 4. Hard 9 ball to shoot at, though.
Straight back.
So if he elevates the cue, I wonder if he's going to like stun into the pile a little bit. But if he elevates and draws back, watch out for a 4 ball that could bobble the pocket and give up across corners.
Yeah.
It's unlucky, but it happens a lot on this type of shot for some reason. You're hitting that speed where it can hit a little of the point right here and stop, you know what I mean? It got up a little bit, but he's giving up across side. I think I would have shoved the ball into the pile there. Just went forward, kind of like trying to stick on the balls while banking at that 4. You want shape here, Mark.
Pretty hit. He got position too.
Yeah, if he can get at the 3 first, that's the one.
Wow. Oh, boy, he hit that good too.
That's the difference in the pockets this year, right there. That ball was down in there a ways. Oh, he's going cross corner. That is really safe. He must not. I mean, a lot of guys would bank this cross side and go into them bowls right there. I mean, this is not a bad bank at all. He's cutting it backwards just for a little bit of safety. Going up table with the cue ball. This is surprising to me. Nice shot.
Well, you're not kidding. Very good hit. Twist that 6 back.
Yeah. I don't think he'll try to go into him, maybe. I don't know.
I was thinking twist it with, low and left.
Left,
and, not go into him.
Yeah, don't try to draw all the way back and lose accuracy here. If you're drawing, just draw over to the side rail. Yeah, exactly. You're going to give up a 3-ball bank, but you're heightening your chance of making it so much.
Yeah, it's far less complex.
Yeah. He's struggled so far on a few routine ones. Not all of them, but a few.
Oh, that's the way he liked to see it end up. If he didn't make it, hang it.
Yeah, and this one here, you want to go forward, but you really make it better with a little low outside, whether that be stunning over or drawing. Stun makes it twist the best, but like the middle of the cue ball. Yeah, uh-oh. Okay, he's all right. Nope, this ball's going in. Oh, wow. This is, is he looking at, I was about to say he's not looking at the 7, no way. All right, again, from the outer tables, it's a little different. You got to hit this a hair more mild. Not slow, but just a hair more mild. Oh, he rifled it. He got the twist a lot.
Well, I think he's looking at the 7 now.
Yes, sir. I think he only needs 1.
He does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can slowly bank it, I think. I think the 2 will go down to the bottom rail and cover up the cross corner on the 1. Maybe not, but probably doesn't want to slowly bank it, though. He probably wants to hit it at least medium.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe draw the ball here. I don't know. Yeah, he's elevating. So he's trying to draw back to where nothing banks by the 6, right? Oh, he held it.
Needs to expand, needs to go.
Oh, it's there.
Game ball. Bingo. 1-0 Gorst here in the final set. Interesting opening game. Of course, got the 4 right away and then was torn back down to 2.
Yeah, and way past on a couple things in the sequence of events. He's trying to squeeze this set out, it looks like to me.
Yeah, it's a big set. You want to be the master of the table, and it comes with a big prize, a lot of prestige, and you get another banner.
Yeah, and, these guys are incredibly great, but almost look like a bad rack the way those broke. But
He wrecked them himself.
I know.
Right?
That's why it was a little easier for me to say it, I think so. But if Fedor wins, a lot of guys feel like there's a lot of heat trying to catch him.
Mm-hmm.
A little short with the follow through. That makes it go long a lot.
Here's this.
Definitely hit the 7 first. Wouldn't have got that much twist on the ball if he had caught the 2 first.
And the cue ball would have went a little bit more to the left, too.
Right. Wants to be aggressive, but to really work the cue ball anywhere, so he'll probably just come out to the center, take on the 4 long rail, or the 6 maybe, something like that, maybe the 5. Just kind of ice that, just because there wasn't ever going to be great position no matter how he hit it.
Right. Get that 1-ball lead.
Yeah, the 6 isn't terrible. It's kind of sitting right in the face, and anytime you need to twist them, that's where you want them, where you can hit it a little more in the face. You don't have to cut it too much. Now, if you're cutting it back, it's different. It wants to twist on its own. But whenever you're facing it, you don't want to have to cut it to the left facing it. You want to be able to hit it head on and twist it more. Now, he's going to play the 4, which looks very kissable to me. Oh, he hit it beautiful.
Golly.
Just to beat the kiss, he hit it really nice. Guess he was a little worried about the 6, maybe giving up a bank on the 8 or something like that. That's the stroke that Evan was made so many balls with.
Very smooth.
Now, to me, this 1 ball seems to always want to go long on these guys.
Yeah.
Unless they're willing to play it at a little lighter speed. He's giving up the 8.
Good pause. Real smooth transition.
And really perfect shape here to pick off a couple more without much pressure, that being the 6 and the 5.
Yeah, that good quality stroke delivery aids that consistency, and then you're ranging in on those banks with that good consistent stroke.
It looked much more about like his good 9 ball, really, with the good pre-strokes, a nice little settled pause, like everything was there on that one. Another perfect stroke.
Boy,
The thing,
hard too.
yeah, the thing about banks, it's almost like when you're helping somebody when they elevate off the end rail or they elevate the cue period, like say they're close to the rail, it just kind of makes you want to overhit the ball. And banks does too. It makes you want to start slapping at the ball a little bit. And you got to realize it's the same as any other game. The cleaner the stroke, everything kind of does what you think a lot more often. Just like a bank like this, even though he's got to stiff it, everything works better right in that medium range.
Nice try.
Yeah, another big.
Nice try. They didn't leave much. Maybe a 2-railer in the side if you want to go that route.
Well, the 1 does bank, but you can see you got to kind of hold your ball and then you're selling out. But it definitely banks long rail for sure.
Yeah.
So he's going to try and get a 2-railer in the side, as Mark alluded to, and maybe another 2-railer in the opposite side on the 1.
For your start time.
Pretty good, but you can see Fedor's going to shoot at the 7, as he should.
If your start time still says TBD, and we're going to play those tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Not too much of a worry with the cue ball. And going forward, of course, if you miss it, there is a hair of a scratch by the 5, but pretty hard to do. And he cut it a little too much. I'd like to make the 5 ball right here. The 2's not bad, though, I guess. Got to try and score. If that 2 slows down, we'll see a 4-railer maybe on the 9 with nothing really too bankable. I mean, he's got to worry about the 2 a little bit because it does bank by the 7. But I think he can go with a straight high ball on the 4-railer on the 9 and just go straight up the table and be pretty good, pretty safe overall. You could even draw it. I mean, you're close enough to it, either one. He's seeing if I could stiff the 2 in between the 9-1 and let it slide in by the 7.
I don't think so.
Well, if you don't think you can bank the 2, really the only offensive play is the 9.
10-6.
Almost gave up the 7 long rail. It's real close.
That's what he's playing.
Yeah. Just make sure don't You know, when you're close to it, it's hard because the only thing you need to do here is just kind of get through the ball. It will hold pretty well. He's got to get the bridge out of the way. Drawn it. Could get a kiss.
Very good hit.
Very good as well.
Wow.
He might cut bank, draw the 4-railer on the 9 himself. It's a little steep, but with his good stroke, I think he could beat the kiss and get it tracking.
Tim Burks to table 26. You are on the clock. Tim Burks, table 26.
This is okay. He's going to kind of 1-rail, kind of squeeze the cue ball up above the 2 a little bit. Trying to 2-rail the 9. Oh, he went 3 in the side. What a pretty darn good shot.
Mm-hmm. Not much here, Jeremy.
No. He's going to 4-rail the 9 now. He didn't 4-rail it a minute ago. He was right next to it. Now he's going to take on a pretty long hit.
Yeah, you got to cut that quite a bit to begin with, too.
Especially on this table.
Yeah.
It seems like it wants to spread a little more than the outer tables on that 4th rail. I don't see any kiss, though.
Yeah, it went long all the way, but it was safe. He didn't have to worry about anything.
Probably wanting to double kiss this ball in here. Yeah, I would have been wanting to be the one making this 5-ball, not having to shoot from the end rail. He's looking to try and put him up on the corner. Wow. Let him cue a little more of the ball going for that, rather than pulling the cue ball out a little more on the rail. Now he can bank this back underneath him here with a high left ball and track the cue ball 2 rails above the 2. Otherwise, he's got to really snatch his rock not to be selling out. And again, with a miss hit, who knows where the 5 and the cue ball and all that are going. He hit it really sweet, actually. Still going to give up a good shot, though. This is the type of bank that really I think Fedor wins most of his matches. Or let's say he's a favorite on a lot of people because these types of banks, real straight shooting, real consistent hits.
Yeah.
Like I picture him, it's crazy on the tighter table, probably like 70% here.
Yeah. Pretty. And he puts himself right on the hill here in this game. Ultra neck it and just go all the way down, or down a ways anyway. Trying to earn himself first opportunity to score the win without giving up anything, like the way he's thinking. And good return.
Yeah, it's smart to recognize, don't go all the way down. That may disrupt him open a little too much.
Yeah.
And give up a little bit of a shot, or maybe just put balls a little more in play even. So good selection there. He's got to be a little careful here. He won't make it, of course, hitting it a little thicker.
Yeah, what have we here?
And he's just got to cut on the 1, and just if he makes it off the 9, he does. But just play the cue ball. From upstairs, Federer's going to have pressure on him. Meaning if he wants to shoot at the ball on the spot, it's not going to be free.
Yeah.
I would want to thin the 5. And again, I wouldn't take any chance going all the way down here. I don't want to lose the cue ball.
Right.
Yeah, just let it bleed past the side somewhere.
If he makes a straight back from here, then he makes a straight back.
Yeah, and he can't win the game with it, unless he pockets the 1 some kind of way. So you just don't want to lose the cue ball somewhere.
Right, and this is, if he makes this off angle long railer, hey, so be it. He's a good player.
Absolutely.
Doing anything else was too risky. Double kiss.
And now
Federer has earned his way into a good look at game ball.
Another one of those 60 to 70%ers for me with this guy on the long railer ones. And definitely a different Federer with that just little 15-minute break in the first set. Missed a few banks. Didn't really play the strategy as much as at times as well. So.
Brady.
Yeah.
Oh. Thought it was in. Yeah, now things are getting tangled up here.
If he can make the 5 move away and draw it back about a diamond, like make the 5 move up table, he's trying to make them both. That's okay.
Oh,
now
good try. I like the idea.
A lot of times you want to come back to like the first diamond there. Not the middle, of course. He was trying to make them both, but even if you only make 1 or 2, that first diamond on the end rail is real funny for the long rail and the cross side. Get a lot of kisses and whatnot.
Yeah.
Now he's definitely shooting here.
No, yeah.
If he can avoid the side pocket, he'll go with the high ball.
He's completely safe if he misses. The only thing he can sell out possibly is the 1 ball, and he can win with this 1 ball.
That's
hit it good.
Looks pretty clean to me.
Hit it good. Doop. All right. Gorst quickly out in front, 2-0.
Still haven't had our break and run that I was thinking we might see. And Banks is such a beautiful game, and you can feel the energy with players. And sometimes we really get to see it at the Derby with the guys playing back-to-back matches and whatnot. But the races to 3 sometimes doesn't really show the gear that some of these players can hit.
Yeah.
That makes the game so incredible to watch. And you see why. Tournament pool's a little different. The gear is nice, but you're always kind of pulling on the reins a little bit here and there.
Nice break here. Get a little offense started.
Yeah, the last time they broke pretty rough, so you saw them work on the rack a little longer there. Corner ball, 1 in the side. Is the 5 going to step up? Oof, it's close. The 6 didn't quite get there either, or no? Mark, it's real close. I think the 6 is actually doable.
Maybe twist it. You can twist it a little bit.
Yeah, you can see the cue ball, that overhead, just a little to the right of the 6, so that usually means you can make this kind of tight one happen. That's the kind that if it's sitting nice, he should draw the ball or follow if it's sitting nice. If it's sitting where he's got to do something, it's more like the stun. Yeah, see it come backwards.
Hit the point.
Yeah.
No, it hit the point, I think.
And he
That's weird.
pulled the trigger quick for Federer.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And a little bit of a smile from Federer. He's a funny guy, I tell you.
Uh-huh.
It's almost like that, his lighthearted, genuine just sets him up to play so great as well. There's just, and it's very, like I said, genuine.
Here's another look at it.
Yeah, it just kind of reversed on him. I didn't really see it catch the point much.
I don't think so either.
Just kind of got that cut and deuce throw a little bit. And
must have had that spin from the cut, and he's close to the rail. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It missed quite a bit, that's for sure. It really grabbed.
Yeah, and he couldn't have landed in a more awkward spot for a cue ball being so open.
Right. Well, I thought Evan was going to go for the 7, even though it's not right straight on.
I think the 9's got to cut off. I think he's got to hit it super duper slow.
Oh.
Yeah, and he only has the top part of the pocket, unless he wants to apply a ton of left English on it. He has this nice drag though with that slow. Yeah, it hit a little high. Guess he can't get at the 1.
Mm-hmm.
That would bank by the 9, I think. Federer might shoot the 6. Long rail between the 4 5. We'll see. He's sizing that up now, and I think it does go. So this is either draw your ball, which he's done a lot of that, making the natural cut. So that'll involve some shape and danger and whatnot. Or it's kind of a stun, stiff the ball, and the cue ball kind of slowly floats over by the 5. One of the two. That's that stun I was talking about.
Hit that good. Rattle the pocket. Disappointed, though, that he thought he hit it well enough for it to go.
Evan likes to shoot these with draw, so that's coming back maybe for shape. Watch out for something off the 7 with the cue ball. Oh, he hit it sweet and smooth.
Both of them. Evans was great, so was Federer's. Well, off-angle 9-ball cross side, I guess.
Can he get at the 2? That would be the one I would look at. It's the 2-ball cross side. That's
It's a little flatter hit. He doesn't have to let the cue ball run. Maybe that's a contributing factor here.
Well, this is, if you just look at Banks, this is like someone would label this more natural, but the guys get really good at the cross sides, This is going to leak a little bit to the high point. He's going to give up a little bit of the 7, a lot of the 7, actually. Seven out of 10 here, probably.
Nice. Just gonna roll the 8 forward a little bit, just an inch or something.
Yeah, that leaves the 4 look kind of natural-ish, though.
Yes, it does. You have to give something.
Yeah. He's trying to make it not natural, but it doesn't look bad. And it looks like you can hit it with a high ball to where you go by the balls on the spot back towards the 8 to where you really don't give up a whole lot. Maybe not. Yeah, looking at this camera view here, to me, it looks like you don't even need side spin to avoid any kiss. He's going to go with the 2-reeler. So again, much different than the first hit back, more on the grind here. Good stroke, you beat the kiss. Just past the head string, watch the cue ball just get ahead of it. He didn't cut it much, so it wasn't really ever a threat of a kiss.
Yeah, he did a good job with the cue ball. There's double kiss implications here if he tries that 8. It might be makeable, but it also can definitely double kiss.
This is going to have a lot of speed on it with the cue ball coming around.
Something with the 4.
2 rails he called where he's standing. Kissy, kissy. Ooh, he beat it. And he's going to hide the 4 maybe? Nope. Did you see him call anything?
I didn't.
So he's just chopping the 3 or something?
Oh, he was playing the 3. Okay.
I think he kind of knew it didn't really go. Probably. But
that was the route to get the cue ball down there, and that's what he wanted. And just in case he mishit it, maybe it does go.
Dangerous shot if he tries to cross the 4 over. The 6 I like better than the 4. The reason being is if he catches the 9, he opens up the pocket for those 2 balls on the spot a little bit. So, yeah, I like that bank better. It's going to end up pretty perfect not to give up a shot either. Ball's a little messy here in game number 3.
Well, it looks like the 2 could be workable.
Yeah, for sure. And here, don't worry. All the ball's so clogged up. Just, run the cue ball. Don't worry about the speed too much. Just stay away from the pocket with the cue ball. Now, this is one with straight high. It should avoid the kiss, but it will be really close. Back near the side pocket, maybe? I don't know. Maybe too thin to get a kiss. See near there? See that right there? And what happens is you beat the kiss whenever it's a little cleaner. It's a weird thing to explain. But if you kind of like make the same speed on both balls kind of thing, like you see how they're both fast,
Yep.
They want to collide a lot of times.
Boy. Moving ball, kicked into the side.
Yeah.
But he knows there's a double kiss in it, and you do too. So
Yeah,
he's just taking a risk.
I think if he kind of, I know you don't make it as often, but if he kind of smooths it across a little more on the thin hit,
yeah,
he might not make it, but I think he avoids the kiss, therefore maybe not giving up ball in hand.
Boy.
But that's the thing. We talked about the shot prior. Don't worry about nothing. Just keep the cue ball in the pocket. He might have known there was a kiss, but he didn't figure to scratch with the kiss, right? So, a little unlucky. Got a chance to get his ball back right here, though.
And that's about it.
Yeah, if he wanted to be aggressive, but this one looks like he can't hit it Mach 5 and make it. Although it looks like he's swinging. Wow, nice stroke. Trying to produce something.
Yeah.
And he did. Got another high ball cross side on the 6. These are all big banks because you know, when the balls are like this, you get maybe another look at it, maybe a low percentage one, but one that's kind of free. So if he makes this, he might get a cross corner on the 9, from over on the side rails. Just an extra shot to shoot at, right?
Right. Yeah, you're just looking for scoring opportunities. That expanded nicely.
Very good.
Oh, great shot.
Yeah, like here are the 2 now he's got.
Yeah.
So.
We're used to seeing, wide open, short rack banks where most of the balls are paced in there with a pretty good amount of speed. Here, we're seeing Fedor use slower speeds on off-angle banks and being effective.
Yeah, and that's, of course, them reps. You get a good feel, right?
Right, and then, the other part of it is just plays right for safe. Look at that.
Yeah, playing for 1 for the title.
Scoring at will. No, he needs
Well, Evans only got one. I know that. They haven't
Let's see.
updated the score for us yet, but
3, 4, 5.
I believe Fedor's got. No, he needs two.
He
needs
he
two.
owed one, didn't he?
Oh, did he? Okay. Well, if he
Yeah.
owed one, he needs 3 then. Yeah. That makes more sense. He's got a slow twist. This kind of. A lot of left English. So if he owes one, he definitely still needs 3. Looks like Evan's going to take his time out. We will too. Back shortly with more from the 2023 Banks Division Finals of the Derby City Classic. Evan back and fighting for his tournament life, down 2-0 in games and 2-1 in the ball count. Not sure what he has here. Oof. This is one that's easy to overhit and let this ball get hopping a little bit, and it goes long on you. Especially when you're close to it like that, it wants to hop a little more.
Real tough shot.
Yeah, just gets in the air.
Oh, now he chipped the 9.
Yeah, they're both a little funny.
Yeah.
But I think the 9 is playable more than the 8. It's got a kind of slow, come across a little slow, Mark, or no? You're kind of on the line better.
I feel
than
like
me.
he can make it pretty freely.
Okay, well, this could be the tournament then.
I don't think he's going to hit it super hard, but I don't think anyone would. I think he can just.
But he doesn't have many worries, right? Just come across it naturally. So
if he scores this one, he's likely to get another cross side or cross corner, something good.
Yeah, like I said, this could be the tournament. This is going to get awkward. No, he's all right. Going to be hard for him to get the shape he would want because he'll just try to ice this 8 ball, trying to pinch it, I believe. But
yeah, I know I would be. My heart would be pounding. I just want to get on the hill.
Just want to make sure you hit the cue ball,
exactly.
right? Yeah, I understand.
And you got the 5 down there. You don't have to get out here. You can bide your time. I want to get this 8 ball down. Forget getting out on this inning.
Absolutely.
Oh boy. I would have introduced some hint of side spin there just to check it up, but I'd rather miss that one short than long, especially at that speed where it figures to go long. But what you said, it was going just a little bit too far, and it did.
Yeah, and he's trying to survey, is there a way I can really shoot at this, to get some shape, and it just doesn't appear so. Huge ball to make it 3-2 here in game number 3.
Good
what a
shot.
stroke. What a stroke.
Man.
Gets a lot out of it.
Good, yeah. Yeah, it's not pleasant to play this two rails back and forth in the corner by the 3. That's not a pleasant shot.
No.
And you're giving up a straight back when you do it.
The 4 ball, 3 rails on the side isn't terrible, but the 1's kind of in the way. So, yeah, I don't know what he's going to do here. I kind of feel like he may be shooting it. Oh, Andrew just drew it. Uh-oh. Trouble. 2 balls somewhat locked up. 2 out there to score and get another Banks title for Fedor Gorst. The nice speed does bring you back for shape a little bit.
What though?
I think you might pull this ball and really trying to end the tournament right here. Betting the game, and not betting the game, but trying to win the tournament with it and get shape on that 4. Oh, he played it light. I don't mind the safe side, but you got to understand you can hit it with a little more confidence than that and still play much of the safe side. You know what I mean? Like there's plenty of safe there otherwise. But
yeah. Is he going 3 in the side? Looks like that's where he's, 3 in the side. Okay, I don't blame him.
And if you want it to hold its line, don't overhit it. Yeah, he was playing all cue ball there, Mark. He was trying to score, but he was making sure he wasn't turning loose the white ball.
3 ball. Of course, recognizes that that's the safest play here. going to force Lunda to have to come up with a big shot if Gorst doesn't connect on this one. Nice
Looks
cueing
pretty
action.
yes.
Yeah, it was. Great shot. Great shot.
And it's a little scary, but with his accuracy, I think he can go through on the 4-ball here. Now, he may hit it short, just making sure he doesn't threaten that corner with the cue ball.
Yeah, good point.
But I don't see him elevating on this one. I would rather push through on this one as best I could. Now, here you want to stay away from the left. He is elevating, so he's worried about the scratch big time. But what he can do is watch the pocket speed he plays even though it's elevated. You see that? You see how – now, he didn't make it, of course, but that's still a pretty darn good hit.
Yeah, no question. Well, he got on to 4. That's where I wanted to get. Yeah, just get me on 4, and then we'll gunfight from there. Nice try there. He was trying to knock that 5 in.
Yeah, ball coming on the spot. Doesn't really bank cross side with the 1 in the way.
Did he call 2 cushions on the 1?
No, he's playing. I got to believe he's playing the 4 long railer.
I see.
Think, yeah.
Okay, I was wondering if he was just going to try to.
Very secure shot. Hard to sell out, bringing the cue ball back to the bottom rail here with the 5 the way it is. Now, he could go upstairs with the cue ball. That actually gives up more banks than coming backwards.
I don't think he hit hard enough.
Yeah. Still very good, though.
And largely got the 4 out of play.
It's a tight one.
Yeah.
I think I would go 3 rails before I tried the 1 railer. On the 1 in the same pocket, of course, but yeah, I like that one better.
He didn't get hurt at all with that.
No, I think Fedor will overcut the 1 here and run the cue ball.
And this is just smart pool. Managing the balls, playing your lead.
Yeah, and again, you notice he didn't take any chance hitting it too hard, scratching up in the corner, losing any accuracy, knowing that things are okay right now.
Yeah.
And until Evan really makes a huge threat, he's going to play pretty secure. He's queuing up. Long rail? I don't know what he's doing.
I think he's going straight back.
Okay, so he's going to get a long railer most likely unless it gets a kiss, and it did not. He can definitely pass it by with the hair left. Actually, he can pass this one by with just a good stroke with straight top if he wants.
All right.
Just most of the guys are a little more secure putting a hair left just to make sure the cue ball bypasses the 4.
I would agree.
But watch some of them guys, them old Kentucky bankers, them guys, they understand that with straight high, the 4 holds its line a little bit better as well.
Yeah.
So
another look at match ball here for Gorst.
yeah, no English on that. That's
he hit
exactly
it?
how
How'd
the
he
real
hit it?
best bankers
Hey.
shoot it.
Recognizing it 2/3 of the way down there is in.
Yeah, Fedor Gorst does what he does best, which is winning lately, and now off to a great start, not only in the Derby as a
All right,
whole,
ladies
but
and
all
gentlemen, there
around.
you have it.
Straight
Our
shooting.
defending champion does it once again.
All right, everybody.
Give it up one more time.
Tomorrow
for
we
Mr.
have
Fedor
one pocket
Gorst.
action beginning at 11 a.m. That concludes our broadcast day. Drive safe.
And another round
Good night,
of applause
and so long for
this
just a
man
while.
right here, Mr. Evan Lunda.